Pat said, life will never be the same. And I said, bullshit. You know, of course it will. And he said, no, it won't. And he was right. He was right. I mean, life in many, many, many ways was never the same.
All residents who have a place to go, or who have relatives or friends inland, or who can go to an inland hotel or motel, are urged to leave tonight.
It was about 4 o'clock that afternoon. I stopped by the command center that had been established in what we call Charlene's conference room.
This was in the hospital?
It was in the hospital right there by the crosswalk. And Chief Goss, he said, Tony, it's headed right for us, a direct hit.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Dan Ashley for TV2 Action News. It is 6:45 early Friday morning, September 22nd. Day one after Hurricane Hugo, as the cleanup and the restorations of our home begin.
Our first thoughts were, oh, this thing is a good bit worse than we thought it was going to be.
Hurricane Hugo was the most significant weather event in the history of South Carolina. Sustained winds of 135 miles per hour in Charleston and wind gusts of 157 miles per hour in Sumter made it the strongest storm to strike the United States in 20 years.
Hurricane Hugo, when it charged ashore along the South Carolina coastline late last night and early this morning. At least 10 people were killed, and the cost of repairs, who knows for sure tonight.
The marina, yachts, docks, and all were pushed aside as if by some giant hand stacking boats on each other like toys, as many as 6 high.
This is looking at the Georgetown steel mill, and you can see on the bank there's a huge sailboat.
We'll need a lot of four-wheel drive vehicles. We'll need a lot of trucks and anything that can help move or get into areas that will be covered with a lot of water.
Okay.
We'll see what happens after that.
Good luck to you. Good luck to all of you, and stay safe.
It dominated, controlled, and selectively destroyed every shore, every structure, and tree in its path. And I said, Mom, tomorrow I'm going to the coast. She says, why? I said, I'm going to take my cameras. I'm going to take pictures of what Hugo did to our coast where Dad and I used to go fishing. So I had a bunch of pictures. Oh, a lot. Literally hundreds. I was emptying my bank account to support this project that I was on. Again, I had all these pictures, but I didn't know what I was going to do with them. And then I got a phone call from the governor's office. Governor Carroll Campbell called me and he said, are you Ms. Trimnal? I said, who's calling? He offered me coffee and a Danish or something to nibble on. I said, well, I take it you like my pictures. He says, oh, these are wonderful. These are wonderful. He said, the governor and I will use these for a TV ad. He's going to be standing in front of the camera talking about his accomplishments during the past 4 years and the devastation of Hugo with your pictures scrolling in the background. And I thought to myself, oh, wow, this is big time. You will get them back and we're going to pay you $100 each. I had calls. I would drop off 20 or 30 books at a souvenir place, And before I could get home, there was a message on my phone wanting 20 more from the same people. And so I loaded up the car. I never went into this project for profit. It was just a heart thing that I had to do. It was my calling.